9, 5, 0.
Welcome to the 950 Lounge Show, hosted by Kevin KP Pryor, the LeBron James of the radio game, the amazing Steph Pearl, the extremely hilarious Rodeo, Mike the moderator, and of course, Backstage Ed. You are listening to the best team in radio. And now I present the 950 Lounge.
We're back on the Ride 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio, and we have a very special guest. So, gentlemen, you've probably seen many places. It's been on Fox, ABC, USA, MTV, True TV, Telemundo, to say the least. He does a weekly show at Dykeman, I believe, Dykeman Loft. And he's here on 950 Lounge to give some of his great comedy. You probably also saw him on Instagram, and he's got some great stuff there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 950 Lounge Show, the super talented Mr. Chris Catman Grant. What's going on, sir?
Thank you for having me, fellas.
Catman.
Thank y'all, man.
Gosh, no Univision? No Univision?
No, it was Telemundo. No, it was Telemundo. Telemundo called first.
Yeah, hey, listen, they probably paid the right money, and he got Chris.
He said Fox. I was like, oh, you was on Fox News, huh?
No.
Fox Soul.
You can say it.
I did Fox Soul once, but I did Fox Soul, but Fox News, no.
Because I seen you on Fox Soul. So I watched it.
You got to go in the building down the street. This is for the white people here.
But Chris,
I had to go up the service elevator. and that show was remote.
Small than this room right here.
damn. But brother, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Again, born in New York City, self-made comic. Talk about being a comic, because I think again, like music and now Instagram models and all. People feel like, hey, you know what? I could do what they do. You know, I'm funny at the dinner table. You know, I make people laugh at the water cooler at work.
Your sex don't come in play.
But talk about how you knew from maybe very early that you can entertain folks.
For me, it was never about wanting to be an entertainer in the beginning. At first, I was ridiculed a lot in 5th and 6th grade. I was overweight. I was a big boy.
Oh, wow.
And
that's where the water comes in. Okay.
Yeah. I be drinking water like I ain't going back.
I can't afford it. We'll talk offline. But we'll talk offline about that. But go ahead, though.
But no, I was ridiculed a lot as a big boy in middle school. And one day, one of the kids was just making fun of me. I just got really tired of it. And I would play, hey, Mom, they keep making fun of me. And one day, I just snapped back at one of the kids, and the entire class lit up. And that feeling right there, I was like, I
power in them jokes.
Right.
Yeah,
I got the power. So for me, it became a way to take back the power from the bully. And I used humor to do that. And as I became older, it just became more fun to just make people laugh. And it went from taking power from the bully to having power over the people in front of me and being able to control their emotions. So I know it sounds kind of sadistic in a way, but it was the cleanest and purest form of manipulation that I could practice when nobody got hurt.
Did you have your little Soul Glow afro back then?
I sure did. You really does for that. Okay, you found my old Instagram. Okay.
You know what? I could see him like in that, like when Eddie Murphy came out with his first movie, and then they had him out there doing his comedy, and then you saw him as a little kid, and he was like in front of the person. You can't tell that little joke.
That was pretty much it. I actually in 6th grade, right around the same time that happened, my English teacher, was in the 7th grade in the same building. She used to see me around. When I got to 7th grade, it had got that personality had taken on a life of its own. Now I was just clowning every opportunity I got because I was hooked. Yeah. And she took that opportunity and she put me in the school play. It was a Harry Potter play, and they cast me as Hagrid. In 7th grade, right? And when I tell you I had so much fun, I realized that was my outlet, being a performer and being able to make people feel a certain way from the stage. That's when I was like, I really want to do this.
So even at that young age, you knew that based off the comedy kind of saving you from being bullied, being able to be in a play and get that admiration from an audience. It's like, listen, I think I found my oasis.
You was hooked.
Absolutely. I saw an opportunity. It felt natural. It felt good. and it was second nature to me. And I ran with it. And the people around me, thank God for Miss Farber. Shout out to Miss Farber. If you're still out there, I salute you and I thank you for everything you did, because she signed me up for the Britney Spears camp for performing arts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was 13 years old and I signed up for this camp.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing. Britney Spears.
Every time I tell people that, they always laugh. I'm like, this is before Instagram, okay? This is pre-Federline Britney, all right? This is when Justin
She
Timberlake
did it again.
Right.
This is Disney.
This is
Just
Disney.
after Disney.
Right.
That was Disney Britney.
Right.
Oops, I did it again.
This is New Money Britney.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Right?
So you go to this, and obviously you learn how to, I guess, really start to cultivate your craft. But just like a lot of people who go into entertainment, and again, you had the teacher support. What about at home? You know, sometimes family has this greater, this life all mapped out for you. Go to college, work 30 years, get a watch, and then die 5 years later. But you want to go entertainment. But talk about how your family, mom and dad, took this new realm of entertainment. Was it receptive at home, or was it like, oh, that's just Chris,
Chris being Chris.
Everybody
hates Chris.
Wasn't receptive at all. Nah, my mom was like, you ain't finna tell no jokes. I mean, you better go to school, be a doctor or lawyer or something, make some money in here.
Bring some money.
Right. My mom, my mom, it was me and my mom. We ain't got time to do the whole background, but my background is it's a very convoluted background. My mom was functionally illiterate up to a certain point, and so, she didn't have all of the necessary skills to be able to be like, this is the path in which you should do. This is how you do it. This is why you do it. Right. She just knew, don't do this or you're going to be messed up.
Right.
So avoid this. You can't go out this time. You're going to go to school. You're going to do this, and this is how you're going to do it. And, coming from where I'm from, I realized at an early age, because, she had me in the Kingdom Hall from when I was 5 years old.
Oh, wow. She was your whole witness?
Right. Well, she wasn't. You didn't hear what I said. She had me in the Kingdom Hall.
Do as I say, not as I do.
So she ain't gonna knock on no doors come Saturday morning.
Absolutely not. No. My mama sent me to the meetings.
They knock on the door. We ain't leaving.
Yeah, my mama went open the door.
Bring me home a track
for Scott and Jean. I sat down. She went back to sleep. Yeah. So I got
What was she doing in a Kingdom Hall? Was she had to use the bathroom?
No, they came to the door.
Oh,
they came and knocked because we was in the projects. The king.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna come there all the time.
Oh, so the king was at your door.
Yeah,
so
the witnesses came. They came knocking, and my mom answered the door.
Did they bring any gifts to Kingdom?
They did. They brought free reading lessons. That's what they brought. My mama said an hour every week for free, and you bring the books. Come on in, Scott. What you say? The Kingdom Hall? Come on in. Who's the king at the Kingdom Hall?
That's Jesus is good.
Right.
Is a God.
Right. So that was my father figure. The brothers and the elders at the Kingdom Hall. That was my positive male influence. And my mom, as much as she could, she held down the other side, the streetwise side, the how to deal with people side.
Balance.
Right. And so, I got a lot of my values growing up in the Kingdom Hall. Shout out to the Watchtower. Even though I dissociated in 2020 and 2012, I found that the organization, when I learned more about it, it just didn't fit with my values because I actually, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, taking that with me, it was one of those things where, jesting and joking and all that stuff was frowned upon. And my mom, even though she wasn't really in it, she always used that, like, hold on now, you Jehovah's Witness. You ain't supposed to be doing all that. You know what I mean? You cussing and doing all this on stage like you wasn't raised like that. So I'm like, Ma, you just cussed me out 3 times.
How you gonna tell me what not to do?
Right.
Don't do as I say,
not as I do.
Right. But like I said, that gave me balance while she wasn't supportive of it. She did everything she could to push me where she wanted to go, but naturally I ended up going in the direction that the ethos took me in, and it worked out for all of us. Like I've been able to take my mom out of debt more than once with comedy, and really do things that I never thought I would be able to do, just coming from where I came from in my background.
Do you have any other brothers and sisters, any other siblings?
So remember when I told you this is a long story?
Yeah.
Very long story. I got 6 other siblings.
I guess they weren't in the same house.
Nah, I just met them 3 years ago.
Okay.
So on your daddy's side.
I don't know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was a salesman.
All right, so I'm gonna just get on with. You know what? Let me just say it, cause I have to. Cause if it don't, it's just gonna make it complicated. So I was adopted as an infant.
Oh, okay.
I was adopted as an infant. My biological mother, she dealt with substance abuse issues.
Okay.
Right? Remember, I'm born in '87. You already know what time it was.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I met my biological mother for the first time in 2021. But this is only after knowing that I had a pair of twin sisters all my life. So I knew that there were 2 others out there.
Right.
And I knew that there was a woman out there.
Right.
I just didn't know where they were.
Right.
And so, funny story. I haven't told my wife this story. It's crazy. She's going to hear this crazy.
Hope we don't get you in trouble.
Nah, it won't. We married. I got to go home.
I make money. She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Google, turn this off.
So I met this woman back in 2018. She was a social worker, and she had access to files and websites, applications, things like that. So I said, let me ask you a question. I don't know what possessed me to ask this complete stranger, but I asked her if she would be able to find information on a person, and I gave her the story. I gave her the information. This woman came back in 3 days with this woman's address. Wow. I've been searching for like 27 years. And
How did you have the information?
I had a birth certificate.
Oh, how did you get it? How you get
My mom always had it.
Oh, okay. And so when you got an age, she handed it to you.
Because when my mom adopted me, it was a very informal process. It was one of those things like, somebody need me to watch this baby, but I can't do that. Can you watch the baby? The woman is messed up, and it's better off for one of us than her. And so it was like, all right, cool. And that turned into, when you coming back to get this baby? Like, psych. Right? So, my mom was single at the time. She was in the streets trying to make a better way. And she
God bless her.
Right. Yeah. Dropped the baby on her lap, told her to sit down, go in the house, and calm down. And luckily she did, because when I came along, things got real heavy with her and the guy she was with, that's the guy I call my father. He ended up getting hooked on the drugs and stuff. So I think me being in that situation pulled her away from him and allowed her to escape what could have happened to her.
So almost a blessing for both of you.
Yeah, 1,000.
Incredible.
1,000%. So, growing up, I always knew this, and it kind of affected the way I interacted with women, and it put up a wall. But it gave me a different kind of strength, which is one of the reasons I was able to fight back against those bullies in middle school, because it was like, bro, I done been through worse. You ain't doing nothing that's going to hurt me.
You can't do nothing to me.
Right, like the woman who I thought was supposed to love me unconditionally had to give me away, and I still don't know why. Wow. So you know what? You ain't said nothing to me.
Right. It's ironic. The thing is that, we doing an interview. Sometimes in the interview, you don't know which avenue it could take you. We didn't expect you to come out and say, I was adopted and everything. But the thing is that sometimes people need to see a other side of somebody, because they only see a certain side of you always entertaining, you being happy and everything. It's another side of me. I'm not always, I have times when I reflect on things and serious. And that's something that you share. We didn't know, until you said, let me just give you the story.
That wasn't in the Chris Grant bio.
But that's the thing. But because you're comfortable in where you at with yourself, you comfortable, you can share that. Because people are going to listen to, and somebody else may be going through something and may want to find out who their real parents are,
I mean, I'll be honest, I never shared that publicly. It's always been something that's been between personal, close friends and family. Yeah. And I wasn't comfortable sharing it. I don't know. I just didn't
you don't want nobody.
And more so because it was unresolved. I just didn't. I had so many questions I didn't know, so I didn't want to talk about it. And then people, well, what about what? I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
But when I finally met her and we had a conversation, and we shared a lot of tears, and I saw my siblings, and I saw this guy with dreads that had my exact same face. It was just like,
wow.
You know what I mean? And that, I feel like that was my healing moment, because like almost within a snap of a finger, I felt safer. Like I had a reason, and now I know, okay, I can trust women again.
You had the why.
I had the why.
Yeah, because that's something that, again, I mean, we're talking to Chris Grant, comedian extraordinaire, and obviously, like I said, things go around. I mean, it's a beautiful thing for 950, and I'm glad you was able to open up.
Sorry to get so heavy, y'all.
No, it's okay. It's fine, but I'm glad you brought it, because, again, as Rodeo said, there are people who will watch this and go, wow, Chris is funny, but he's also human. I think sometimes people forget that, that when it comes to movies or films, we've had celebrities and stuff like that. People take their character and the performance they do, and like, no, they're real people. No, he's not that bad in real life. He's not going around killing folks. He's a real human being. Like we had Jamal Bryan on, not Jamal. What's Jamel Howard, and he talked about his character, and he's not running around with 50 Robin Holmes. It's a real man. He's a family man. So I salute you for bringing that up and sharing that with us, because it means a lot. But I want to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get back on the comedy side. side, and talk about some of the disciplines it takes to be a comic because it is not always easy. So we'll get Chris laughing again. It's 950 Lounge. Chris Grant, come on back. We're back on the ride. 950 Lounge, still joined by the best team in radio. Our special guest, Chris Catman Grant, comedic extraordinaire. Obviously, you know, we get sentimental here on 950. We're going to give you a full balance, and obviously that was part of our first segment. But again, you're a comedian, right? And I ask this to a lot of artists, because you are an artist, right? Because it's not easy creating jokes. When you are putting together a show, excuse me, is it a situation when it's time to write? Is it a time where you just kind of like, it's 3:45 and I'm going to write every day for 2 hours? Or is it a situation where you're driving and somebody cuts you off and now I got a full set? How are you with your comic set? I've heard comics talk about, you know, their discipline when they're on a set at 380, 370, 355 in a segment. They know exactly what joke they're going to say. Then I've heard comics that say they just flow with it. They might pick somebody out the audience. They might know the crowd there or the demographic they're telling to. How is Chris Grant's comedic, I guess, discipline, or is there not any discipline?
I should be writing for 2 hours every day consistently. I even have an app that sends me a reminder to work on my bits at 7 o'clock every single day. Okay. But I don't. You know, I got a 2-year-old, a 10-year-old, a wife, a cat.
Right.
I run an event space. I'm a comedian, which is its business in its own.
Right.
I also own a property in Jersey, which I'm the landlord.
Like, a lot of layers.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't have the bandwidth or the time, especially with a toddler, to sit for 2 hours quietly and just go. So a lot of the times it's anecdotal, or what I'm doing is I'm taking jokes that are currently working that I'm doing in my set, and I'm finding tags and I'm expanding it and I'm stretching it and I'm pulling as much out of it as possible. Oftentimes, new jokes will come up between conversations with my wife and I or people I'm around. So something might happen, like something happened with one of your previous guests, and I was like, that's really funny. And I made a mental note and I put it on my phone, you know what I mean? And I'll go home later tonight and I'll look at it and I'll go, let me talk about this for a little bit. You know what I mean? But as far as the discipline, it really should be more, but there isn't. But the best way I keep discipline is I stay on the internet. So, you know.
A lot of comedy there.
Yeah. It's one thing I've learned right now is you can get on stage as much as you want and get flexible at the stage time, and you can hope there's someone in the audience who is going to like you and then put you on. Or you can do the same thing on the internet, and you can just reach the audience direct to consumer and cut out the clubs and the middlemen and the promoters and all that stuff and really get your stuff out there and really hone in on your material. That's your breeding ground. If you know how to deliver it to those people in a palatable way, they'll give you a response that lets you know whether or not you can pull it off on stage. And that's what I've been using Instagram for lately. Yeah,
because I love your Instagram posts, and it's always those ones you got the look, and it's funny because when you give your little eye look, I'm looking like him. What's going to happen next too? And it's really entertaining. That's when I reached out to your team about coming on the show, because I think, again, the internet in this new day and age can be used in so many different ways.
Yeah.
See, the one thing I wanted to ask you about was because I remember with Bernie Mac, he always said that it was the one time he was saying behind stage, he says that if you go and you're doing your bits and everything else and you see a lot of comedians inside there, be careful on what you say because you don't want them stealing your jokes.
Right.
Did you ever have anybody ever come up and you saw them later on stealing your type of your jokes?
In my jokes?
Yes.
I've heard it, but I try to avoid those types of conversations when they come my way. This person is stealing my joke using this. And the reason I avoid it is because a lot of comics, especially newer ones or comics that don't actively work on their sets, will feel that someone is stealing their material just because it's the same premise. Comedians think very similarly. Right?
You can just be in the street and see something funny. Then you start talking about females. How many comedians talk about females in relationships?
Right. Like think about all the lesbian stand-up comedians out there. No, really, hear me out. How many of them do you think make jokes about phallic items?
Yes.
Damn near all of them. Right? The new ones definitely talking about phallic objects. Okay?
She got a bunch of them in her trunk
You
like that?
what they say? Yeah, mine in the car right now.
Pop it open. Wow.
Like, yeah, you and the rest of you got it in the car. What else you got?
Yeah, that one of your seat go back kind of far, and we drive.
Right. So, with me, I try to make sure that my material is real as possible. It has to be based in honesty. And one thing I tell my homies, especially the new ones doing comedy, the best comedy comes from honesty.
Right.
If you got to fake it or make up a story, they're going to see right through that, and you're not going to get the reaction.
Right. Stay in your lane.
Stay right in it.
So now, what about when you was growing up and you said you was at you told us a couple of things.
Real quick. And also, I'm sorry, just to answer your question, because I realized I didn't answer. I didn't take my Adderall this morning. My fault. You can't steal what you don't experience. So if people try to steal your joke about the milk and cookies and the kids and the 2-year-old and the 8-year-old and this and that, they be like, all right, but tell me more. Like, what's the dynamic of the relationship? Right. People who steal it can't tell you because they don't know the dynamic.
I'm going to throw something on it. Me and you had the same woman, so we're going to have the same jokes. You was on top, I was in the middle.
Did. Take you rodeo.
We cheated. We cheated with the same woman. We got the same pump.
There it is.
Same thing.
There it is.
That's
Again, we're talking to comedian Chris Captain Grant.
Jokes.
Yeah, so now the other part I was going to ask you was about when you look at it back from when you was growing up and everything else with your mother and everything, did you ever look back at that time you didn't think things was funny, but when you get older you look back at it and you say, yeah, she had some kind of funny jokes and funny sense of humor that you look back at and laugh?
My mama wasn't funny at all.
Enough said.
My mama was very stern and very staunch in I'm your mother, not your friend. Don't play with me. That was my mom. And I understand where I grew up, Marble Hill Projects in the Bronx, North Bronx.
Oh yeah.
It was. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's just like you got to keep that foot on me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't an erratic or really spontaneous kid like that, but I was social. I wanted to be around people. I wanted to be outside.
My pops lived in the promenade. See, the promenade was up the hill, so we looked down on all the y'all. Like, God, you don't belong up here.
You know what?
It was like it was. Oh yeah.
What Nori said?
Yeah.
That's
how it was.
Yeah.
It was like a mansion on a hill,
Yeah.
and you look down on everybody.
That's where he had the woman that he told me, tell your mama you're not, we're going to get cookies. And
Yeah.
don't tell your mama you're here.
Marble Hill don't look the way like it used to no more now.
Well, now they
No,
got
not at all.
It's
It looked like a
a
compound.
Section 8 changed every damn thing.
Yeah.
That's why I go get Chick-fil-A there twice a month. But
They just put that Chick-fil-A there.
I know, yeah. They took the spot of Applebee's.
Yeah, Jehovah's
It's
Witness
funny.
is mad, boy.
Yeah, the Applebee's is to be a spot, and I won't because that take us on a whole time. But I used to always go to Applebee's because they had the bar, and a lot of the dancers from Sin City would go to Applebee's. I don't know why. And this is for those who don't know what Sin City
the gym
is.
was right next
For
to
those
it.
who don't know what Sin City, maybe it was that, but for those who don't know, Sin City is your local former strip club, and this is in different
Ed
markets.
was the mayor, right?
It was Bloomberg. That was his nickname.
Hey, leave my whole happy
They
home.
were always there.
My
man.
constituents.
Constituents.
there.
Right.
And I'll probably get slapped when I get home. But Marble Hill was a great place for that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
I want to tap in because you've been a lot of different places. You've been on a lot of different networks. We talked about your time at Fox and, what have you, Fox Soul.
Yeah, so let's get it right.
People get
Was
their
it
check.
news?
When they get their check, it still says Fox. But talk about the first time you did a show and how was that from a standpoint of just kind of doing like the internet stuff, the on stage stuff, but now doing the actual program stuff. How was that for you?
So the first time I did a show, I was a sophomore in college. I was a sophomore in college, and it was Your Mama on MTV.
Oh, okay.
Your Mama. That was my
With
very
Wilma.
first. Yeah, with Wilma.
Yeah,
Right. And it was like surreal because I was fresh out of high school. I'm fresh into college. All these new friends, brand new friends, a few old friends. And I go online, I apply for it, and all of a sudden I get these callbacks. I'm on the bus, I get a call on the bus, like, hey, we want you to do the show. It's gonna take place in Brooklyn. I'm like, is this really happening right now?
Wow.
Like this is really, really happening. Like I was
Right.
just telling jokes in high school, just being funny. Now
Right.
this is actually happening.
So you was actually on the episode.
I was actually on an entire episode. It was South Bronx versus Woodlawn. I rep Woodlawn.
Oh, okay.
The dude who was representing the South Bronx wasn't even from the Bronx. He was from Atlanta.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Full Gazy, right? But that was it was amazing. It was incredible, and that's when I learned about production, and I learned that everything you see on TV is not as it appears.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot of behind the scenes direction and nudging and elbows, and if you don't listen, you really you see the outcome.
Right.
The last joke I had on that show, it was between two jokes. One was this dude was so poor growing up. This dude was so poor growing up that if he wasn't born a boy, he would have nothing to play with.
Ooh.
No wonder he ended up gay.
Oh, damn.
That was the joke I was supposed to say. I don't know why. Something in me said, nah, do the ground zero joke.
Oh, no.
This is
And
06.
so it's they actually building.
And this joke,
boy.
this joke was told on a Brooklyn pier that looked at the
Yeah,
empty ground zero.
no.
And you said it?
I said, the dude. What I said, something about his boots being so dusty, it looked like he just walked up out of ground zero.
Oh,
That's something you would say,
Right,
radio.
and they was like,
cut.
The worst part was after I said it, I was like,
They didn't edit that?
no, they left that right there, and they left the
Oh, you?
everybody, everybody.
People around you actually told who won and who lost.
Right, I was supposed to win that. They told me say that joke because I ran the joke by him before we started rolling.
course.
I said, "Yo, my last joke. I got two options: the ground zero joke, and I got the no one they end up gay joke." He said, "Let me run it by the producers." Came back, said, "Yo, producers love the gay joke. Do that one." I don't know why I thought it was in my best interest as a 19-year-old with a hard head to do what I wanted.
You took a pivot.
Took a pivot and I ate it.
Wow.
Ate it.
Did Scotty Pippen?
Oh yeah.
I ain't
And
going
when
back in the game.
And when your mama was on, that's still when building was being done. It was still, it was still very fresh.
Very fresh.
Got the 9/11 museum.
But you know what? The other thing you look at it, if you had to did that gay joke, that would have been played harder now to say, hey,
Yeah. Back then it would
yeah,
have
it was okay. Yeah,
Now
Now
you
you
look
look
at
at it, they would like cancel him, make
Yeah.
him apologize.
Yeah, now you wouldn't even call me like, no, we can't have him on there.
What he talking about?
Make him apologize for something way back that happened.
Right.
wrong-
I was
what's wrong with
19. You should have known better.
What's wrong with him?
All Chris got to do is go back to Fox and he'd be good. He'd be taken care of. They take care of you.
He got part out rainbow. He got green shoes on. That's the part out rainbow.
You'd be like my man who's now the cop, the federal cop, the 13-year-old. You'd be like him. I can say what I want.
Man,
I'm a
listen.
federal police officer.
You put your hands on me, you going to jail.
Sit your 13 and a half. But I remember that. So it was one joke. Guy was like, "Your mama's so old that even Jesus said, I didn't know somebody was older than me." I always remember that. I don't know why. I guess I could be grew up in a Christian home.
I told one girl her neck was so black it looked like somebody tried to strangle her with jumper cables.
Wah, wah, wah. I know she was like,
That's that
man.
Yappy Kodo neck, man. Oh gosh.
look, please.
That's that Florida Evans.
You know what? You remember that time when we was going up to we was going to Atlantic City and we was on the bus and there was some lady that was in the front talking smack and she had like a weave, but her weave was pulled way back. And this one guy said, "Yeah, you look like you got an 8 head." And it was like,
I guess you had to be there. I don't.
You
don't
was
remember.
there
I can't tell you what I had for breakfast this morning.
because her head was like her weave was like.
Yes, sir.
You see one done, Chris. Everybody want to be a comedian, even the comedian. We're gonna take a quick break though.
And so do you.
Keep
No,
this thing.
see, I'm sorry. No, see, Kev, Ed, and Mike, we'll all agree. Kev will throw you under the bus, and you won't even know you're dying. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, your legs are missing. Hey, y'all. And Kev be like, well, you
I hope
should.
you got good medical and not
He
they getting ready to take away Medicaid.
He throws
so.
people in the water, but he can't even swim.
That's true. That's a fact. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I get nervous in the bathtub. Gonna take a quick break. We'll keep it going with Chris Grant. But our next step, we're going to talk about Chris, what he's got going on now. He's got a great show. If you're ever in New York, we'll talk about that and some other things. Chris Grant, ladies and gentlemen, is 9 Feet Lounge. Don't go nowhere. We're back on the ride. 9 Feet Lounge, best team in radio. Chris Catman Grant joining us. I mean, again, I hope you guys enjoying. You're getting a full ensemble here. The late great Jim Valvano said, if you laugh, cry, and ponder thoughts for your future, you've had a full day. I think we've had a full interview with all these things we're talking about. We're not even done yet. So I kind of want to talk about, Chris, again, you're doing live stuff in New York. So, that's every Tuesday in New York City in Dyckman area. Everybody knows Dyckman.
Shout out to Dyckman.
You've been in La Morena all summer. Y'all
All
know where
summer.
they know where Dyckman's at. But what's the next step for you? I mean, what's 2025 look like as we enter spring and summer? What's on the docket for you?
Well, I've been speaking a little more Spanish lately, trying to get deported. Need a vacation.
Keep doing it. You might get your wish with this administration. Lord have mercy. They take more people in who are American citizens than deport people. Like,
Man, listen, I'm trying, man. Life been long these last 2 years with this baby. This babies are. Listen, people. If you don't have a good reason for having children, don't have no kids. I had a good reason. I ain't know these people. I had to reset. If you got your parents, don't be stupid. That man ain't staying because you pregnant. Just go travel. You get away, he'll go away. But don't have no kids.
it's like you've been on Clubhouse. That's what they talk about on Clubhouse every day.
Clubhouse still exists? Damn. You still on Clubhouse? You still playing on the phone?
That's my baby daddy. I don't care. I'm big and pretty. All that go on.
McDonald's even approved the menu. What? I didn't even know that either.
But Dyckman. So I opened up an event space on Dyckman
Nice.
last February, and it got to the point where it was just sitting vacant a lot, and I was like, let me just do something for the hood, for the community, for the comedians.
Right.
And I decided to host a Tuesday open mic. I decided to open up a Tuesday open mic hosted by Pablo Polanco. Shout out to Pablo,
Nice.
who hosts it every Tuesday. And the community has just been growing. The space has just been growing. It's a great space. It's getting a lot of traction now compared to last year, and people just want to be involved. But me personally, I'm gonna be completely vulnerable with you. And as we're getting into this topic, it takes away from a lot of the creativity that I had, the time for creativity.
Because you got to be a businessman.
Because I'm a businessman and I'm the sole owner, right? And no business profits within the first year or two.
Yes,
So you're pouring your money and your sweat equity into this establishment. And while I understand that and I agree with it and I know what it means down the road and I see the growth coming, as a family man, this is not a responsible move for me at this point, especially by myself.
Right. How did the missus take it, though?
The missus agrees that we were partners in it in the beginning. And in January, I said, you know what, you can excise yourself because, she went through trauma last year and she wasn't able to be there mentally for the project. So financially, she was a partner. She was able to, cough up her portion or what have you.
Partner.
But she's the event planner. That's what she does.
Right.
I took the opportunity thinking that she would be able to thrive off of it. Like, this is it.
Right.
Go crazy. I'll just use it for my shows,
Right.
host my little mics here and there.
She just did the black thing.
Right.
I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm leaving. On the next train.
You can use that one too.
But so now it's I'm in a position where I have this beautiful space and the business is set up and it's working and it's functioning, but I'm at a crossroads and I have to determine if I'm going to give to myself or I'm going to give to the community.
Right, which is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like Bruno Mars, I gotta give it back to the streets.
To the streets. I mean, listen. The spot is located on the second floor. You can't see it unless you know where you're going.
After hours spot.
It's kind of like an after hours on the main strip. And I have a big projector screen that blocks the window. So for the private events, you want to watch a movie. Like we had a movie night a couple weeks ago. We saw Friday. It was amazing. It was dope. But, it's...
People that came don't have cable. Their cable was out, man. We gonna watch Friday?
Yeah, and we hooked up to the Wi-Fi next door. So life is...
That's an after hours spot. Y'all should have some little gambling in there, little strippers.
What are you trying to do to the poor guy? Get him.
Hey,
You trying to get him?
spot.
You trying to get him indicted?
Yo, listen.
you trying to get me elected. That's
I'll
what he's
come in as a partner on that.
Eric
one.
Adams, ladies and
I'll
gentlemen.
be
Eric
there on
Adams.
Come on
Tuesday
now.
and Mondays.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Mondays.
Gotta make sure the heat stays on.
I was about to offer the space to some migrants looking for shelter. Look, bro, I got the Anne Frank suite upstairs, Rodriguez.
You could become a
Now you
nonprofit,
said that,
become a
Chris.
clergy.
You
Make
said
it a
that,
church.
Chris. He said the migrants. I ain't getting involved with that one. You on your own, like the 9/11 thing. You on your own with that one.
Hey, listen,
my brother.
we got conservative administration. I'm gonna be all right with that one
But that's definitely for the next 3.5.
for the next 3.5. But once he gone, I got to watch my back. Can't say what you want after 3.5.
He got some nice jackets now. All of a sudden, you gotta pay your rent by somehow make this jacket.
So for the community, so where are you right now? Is it one side leading? Is it 60-40? Is it 50-50?
It's more 60-40. And
Don't
more,
say which side, because I don't.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, please.
It's more 60-40, and the reason it's 60-40 is because I've made sacrifices in the past.
Yeah.
And
So you've done your part.
yeah, I'm one of those people who believe in himself so much that I will throw a Hail Mary to myself, and if it don't work, I'll go, well, you know what? It's been worse. You know, and this is one of those situations where I'm like, it's been worse. These are good problems.
Well, before you leave, you definitely got to get some Saratoga water there and experience Saratoga at the club.
Put it like
We'll talk
this.
about it offline.
Put it like this. Next year's gonna be a daycare center.
Listen, you laughing.
Watch your step now.
You laughing. I know a center that just got $500,000 for an after school program. You feel me?
Beautiful night. Winnie's daycare.
I'm gonna be up in listen. I'm gonna be up there. I make the beats. I make the rice. Show you right.
It's a beautiful life when you love what you do.
If you're not here by 6, we make sure your kids are downstairs at 6. Winnie's daycare.
Well, while you still have it, we definitely love to talk to you offline about some of the things we can do. But you know, like bringing some network stuff. Has pay-per-view been in the future for you? Because again, you're a funny guy. Again, you got a nice base. Is doing pay-per-view or doing shows or touring, is that the next step?
Absolutely. Last year, I toured with a comedian who's really famous online, Riddell Ortiz. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yes.
So he called me last year, March, when he did his very first show at City Winery, and he asked me if I wanted to host the show. It was his very first comedy show, right? First time on stage. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I'd like to be there for you and see what this looks like. And, you know, if you want any pointers or anything like that, I'm more than, willing to sit with you and whatever. And when I tell you I went out there, I did my thing, hosting, not a set. I hosted. Right. He was thoroughly pleased. He enjoyed it. He became a fan. Like, it was at that point, he was a fan. And he said, yo, bro, that was super dope. It was amazing. And to my surprise, he was funny. A lot of guys who come from Instagram and jump on stage, it doesn't translate.
Right, they don't have the delivery.
They don't have it.
Right.
He's got, Riddell is one of those people who, he's got this cheat code, and because he's naturally funny, like, he's just funny, when he speaks, he has the comedic timing. He has the presence. He just needs more structure and more time on stage, and he's going to wipe everyone out. And a lot of the old comics are mad about it.
Yeah.
They're mad about it because he skipped the line.
Yeah. I hear that a lot by comics.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? You should have been on your You should have been on your D.
You ain't go to them chitlin clubs and
Right.
the room with 4 seats.
He won't even do a room with less than 100 seats, bro. That's the crazy thing, because it's like, I understand where he's coming from because he's spoiled.
But that's his value.
And that's his value.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So, like, that tour taught me what the internet means.
Yeah, it's powerful.
When we was on tour together, I would drop jewels on him about his set, give him tags, and he would drop jewels on me about which videos I should use to take it to the next level.
Right.
How to grow your following and how to be consistent with it, where to go, what to do next. And, it really helped me over the last few months because now I see the power of the numbers of the social media.
Like I said, I follow Bill Bellamy, and like Bill says that, you can't be complacent where you at, because there's always somebody that's watching you, and there's always people that they could do better. Like he said he loves to go to the smaller venue. He practice. Yeah. Practice makes perfect. And you'd be surprised when you get into those big arenas. You're not that you're nervous, but you prepared because you did all the different rooms and everything. Right. Like he was like what's the name was that Casa Fuego in New York a couple of weeks ago.
Marlon Wayans was a
and they said they love to do small venues because they can get more involved with the crowd.
Yes.
Because you on stage, like Kevin Hart, with 50 or 30 or 40,000 people, you basically is engaging in what you're saying on that mic.
Right.
And the crowd lets you know if you engage in them. Because you can't make everybody laugh. Some people ain't got teeth in their mouth. I wouldn't laugh either. Give me like that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's like boxing, right? You got to do your exhibition rounds. You got to get your exhibition fights in. And once you get your exhibition fights in and you're comfortable in that ring, you know how to move, you know how the ropes feel, you know how to get off them corners. Now you can do your championship fights.
Get 3,000 hours. You got to put that in, no doubt.
My man over here did a bunch of championship fights last year. And it's like, It's like, wow, that's amazing. You won all your fights.
Right.
You still ain't got no money.
You listen.
Well, boxing can do that to you.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of darn kings involved now. A lot of young darn.
Only
I
in
call them
America.
young kings right now. They young kings.
They hungry.
See, look, he even got a king on his shirt. They young kings.
Why
You gotta watch
But
them.
you obviously, unless you get that from the swap meet, then you're doing well.
You gotta watch them.
But any event, we're here with Chris
Hates
Catman
when you
Grant.
criticize.
We've got a few minutes left. I can't thank you enough for this. This has been
Thanks for
really
having
fun.
me, guys. I appreciate it.
But if it's one thing you can do, you've done a lot in your career, and you're just getting started. But what is one thing or someone you want to share a stage with? You can kind of put the halo over your head when you put your vision board. What is something that you want to do, and who is a comedian you want to work with?
There's two people. One of them passed away. I won't get that opportunity, but Bernie Mac was number one.
Salute, yes, yeah.
It was.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
You know, Bernie Mac inspired me for the faces. It was watching him on the Bernie Mac show and watching all of his old sets. Bernie Mac had a punchline in his eyes alone.
Yeah.
And using the face to be able to tell part of your story, it stood out to me more so because as an educator, I can't speak and say certain things publicly. And so I have to figure out how to give you a vague expression of what I might be feeling without saying it. So you have to make that
The power of
determination
expression.
yourself.
But
Yeah.
ironically, Bernie said in an interview, he said that his comedy is just talking about what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
He said, like, somebody lend you money. I ain't gotta remind you
Right.
you owe me money.
Right.
I'm gonna call your house.
But in 2025, people will hold you accountable for expressing what you're dealing with personally.
Yeah.
Everybody takes everything personal now,
You
so
feel
you
me?
don't know. That's why comedians, they say they scared to say something because they're gonna be like, oh, you're a racist, you this, you
Right.
that, But
Like Damon Wayans said the other day, he never doing stand up again because there's no point in doing it. Everybody gets mad and offended, and if they don't like it, they should just move on. But people don't. They try to attack you and bring you down
Exactly.
for it. Make sure you never touch a mic again.
Right.
And when you see they tried that joint with Dave, Dave said, "Oh, you want to do that? All right." Where the people in the wheelchairs? And I'm gonna go get another one. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you get to that point, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Once you have enough money, you can say and do whatever you want. Our politics has proven that.
I just think Dave Chappelle, he's a comic, but he's a person that he talks about different things that is going on in culture and life itself.
Yeah.
I think even Cat Williams is starting to do that a little bit more now. But Dave Chappelle, his comedy is very inventive because nobody could stand. He takes comedy to another level.
Right.
Now the comics don't want to touch about the gay thing, the lesbian thing. I mean, they'll do a joke, but he goes in depth, and none of them.
Well,
do
he
that.
was like another Chris Rock, because Chris Rock did that too as well.
Well, yeah. Well, him and Chris, basically.
I would even
those
go
are the
so
two.
far as to say George Carlin.
Oh,
He was the original.
He's number
He
one.
was the original.
I see Dave as the Black Carlin.
Yeah, he was the original.
Like on another level though. Like it's phenomenal when I see Dave on stage. Excuse me. When I see Dave Chappelle on stage and I see George Carlin, it's like watching them in parallel universes.
Yeah.
The way they approach the topics
Right.
and how they approach it with their respective demographics is so spot on.
But it makes you think.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
makes you think. That's
the thing.
one thing I liked about George Carlin.
Always a
lot.
teachable
And
moment.
see, and Dick Gregory has really talked about the politics that what the black man was going through in the 60s and the early 70s.
That's
Talked
what I'm
about a
trying
lot
to
of
tell
racism.
you.
Yeah, that's why I got that Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? Had to get
They don't listen.
Couldn't go on stage heavy no more. In case I had to run off the stage, so the white man was after.
But now the thing is, you didn't tell us who's the other person that you said that you.
Oh man, Martin Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence, while a lot of people are like, oh, but Martin, the jokes and stuff. Martin Lawrence, as a human being, when I saw him on stage, You So Crazy, when I saw One Night Stand, when I watched him host Def Comedy Jam, I said, that man is having fun.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Martin went on stage and he had a great time with people. He laughed with you, he joked with you, he poked fun at you if you were in the crowd, and those characteristics of a comedian was what made me said, I want to have fun on stage doing what I love to do.
Well, Chris, you're doing it, and you're having fun. And again, Tuesday nights in Dykeman,
Tuesday, Dykeman Loft, 120 Dykeman Street. Follow the Instagram at Dykeman Loft, please, and thank
Second
you.
floor. You gotta tell them.
And
second
you better
floor,
get
second
there soon
floor.
because something's 60-40. So
Yeah.
we don't know. If you wait till next year, it might be a
Winnie's
daycare.
daycare.
God blessing, and I'm accepting. You heard?
I'm here for the comedy. No, you're here for the kids now. It's Winnie's daycare.
Where can people find you? Find you more information. I know you sent the
Yes.
Instagram for this place, but your personal.
Yes, personal Instagram, you can find me at official Chris Grant. You can find me on YouTube at official Chris Grant as well, and on Twitter at the legendary #1.
Again, follow him. It's great content, especially you having a bad day at work. He'll make you laugh. I guarantee
Tacos.
you. Chris Catman Grant. Thank you, brother, so
Thank
much for
you.
coming on. I'll take a quick break. We keep this thing moving. The best team in radio. Where else you want to be?